I'm Kevin Chadwick Fisher. I'm a second year school psychology graduate student, and I will be doing my internship next year in Danville, Illinois. So that's pretty exciting. I'm from kind of the St. Louis area. I went to undergrad at Southern Illinois University, Edwardsville, and I was a psychology major there. I came to Western because I really liked the faculty. I liked that they were approachable and we were able to actually go up to them and ask questions. I think my favorite part of the program is that they put us into schools immediately, because some of my cohort members, they had teaching experience and things like that, so they're used to being in the schools now. But for me, that was not the case. So I hadn't been in a elementary school since I was an elementary schooler. And so being able to get into schools first semester and really just kind of feeling everything out was really beneficial to me. Our first semester into schools was really just getting kind of used to things. We would go and observe in classrooms, talk to teachers, talk to the school psychologists, kind of do some interviews with people to see how schools work, because not all of us knew that anymore. Then we started kind of getting into some testing stuff. We didn't do any actual testing on the kids in the school until our second year, but we did do a mini counseling case our first year. And then this year, we've been actually doing some cases with the school. So there would be a reevaluation case, and what that means is that we would have to do typically like an achievement test and a cognitive test, and then some sort of, like, depending on the case, a behavioral measure or a social emotional measure to see really what's going on with the child. And you need to do observations and look at other data as well, see how they're doing. It's pretty cool just to be able to get into schools and actually handle a reevaluation case in our beginning of our second year. And then this year I have 2 evaluation cases they've never been in special ed. They're kids that we don't know how they're going to go. We don't know anything about them yet. And so it's really cool getting to actually work with the kids one-on-one. We got to do a one-on-one counseling case last semester, and that lasted pretty much the whole semester. And then we are doing a group counseling case with 4th graders right now. So our classes do a good job of making sure we know what we're doing. In the beginning, we start learning about the assessments we're going to use immediately. We start learning about how to really interpret it, because we can get all the numbers we want, but if we don't know how to make sense of that, it does nothing to us. So we start learning about that. We start learning about the laws for school psychology, because there's a lot of different special education laws that school psychologists need to know. And first semester we start talking about that, and those are important things to know when we get into the schools. So at Western, we get our first year, our assistantships are given to us within the department, and then we have to find our own assistantship after that. There's a couple ones in school districts around here. 2 of my cohort members have ones in school districts. Mine is at the Disability Resource Center, and I am the exam services coordinator there. So my job in a nutshell is everyone with disabilities that uses our resource center that needs to take exams, they have to come through me to make sure that they get their accommodation. So they schedule them with me. I make sure that we have the rooms. I kind of do all the coordinating aspects of things, make sure we get the exams, we can get whatever they need to take the exams and have their accommodations. So at our program, thesis is not a requirement, but it is an option, and I've chosen to take that option. So school psychology, you can work with a specialist degree into schools, or you can go on to get a PhD. The reason I chose to do my thesis is because I want to keep that PhD option open. I would like to work in the schools for a few years and then go on to do that. So next year our internship is a 40-hour week in the schools for an entire year, basically working as a school psychologist, but still with that supervision aspect that we get from working with a fully certified school psychologist. And after that, I would want to spend a couple years at least working as a school psychologist while kind of settling down and then seeing where I want to go from there. But I'm thinking PhD would be in my future.